Welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm for episode 40 with me, MrSealyp. It's been a little while since I've been on the Valley of the Old Farm. I did a crossover episode from the Valley of the Old Farm onto Sussex Farm, and the two are kind of running in conjunction. If you've only been watching the Valley of the Old Farm and you haven't watched the Sussex Farm videos, there is one where there's a bit of an overlap. That overlap has had a bit of an influence on this map for the reason that we have some machinery missing. That machinery was collected by KJ Wiggum's Trucking. It was taken long haul overseas and is now on Sussex Farm. We have lost the wheel loader, the JCB 435S. That's gone with its bucket. We have lost the New Holland T8. That's gone. That went over, and we have lost the Scorpion King. That has gone as well. So they are no longer here on the Valley of the Old Farm. We have now gone 2 days ahead. So midsummer, I did a couple of jobs, went out, did some spraying when some fields needed doing, but you've seen spraying before. No major dramas there, and we are now on day 3, late summer. The bunker silo is done fermenting. And if I put that on, we can now see that we've got 513,000 litres. I thought I had 600 and something thousand litres in here. Maybe I didn't put as much in as I thought, but 513,000 litres is not to be sniffed at. And our cornfield is growing amazingly well. And interestingly, from here now you can't actually see down the field, but it goes on for miles and miles and miles. So that's all doing very, very well. The sunflowers went through their stage of being very yellow and very amazing on my little bit of agroforestry. They've now gone to that kind of first stage brown, not quite ready for harvest but not far off it, so they're kind of winding their way around. You can just about really see them over there on the horizon, but the corn looks incredible. So what are we doing today? Well, here's the thing, it's 5:56 in the morning. I've moved a couple of bits of machinery around. I've bought the man up, and that's hooked up. I've got a man on this map, haven't I? Not the Tatra. Or is it the Tatra Phoenix? Every time I get this wrong. It's the Tatra Phoenix I've got on this one, isn't it? It is, yeah. The Tatra Phoenix is hooked up to the 70,000 litre trailer. That's been brought over. That's going to be used for the harvest. Animals are fed and watered. They're all looking good. We've got another pallet of wool ready to go for Wombleway's Woolen Wear. Big Daddy's knitting group over on, or knitting club over on Oakfield Farm are still waiting on their first full pallet of bales, only because I've only just bought sheep on Oakfield Farm, or I say they've been bought for me by AJ at Gloss Crisps. So there's loads going on all over the place. Today's jobs then, if we look into the map, you will now see lots of the fields are ready to harvest. Interestingly enough, when it flipped over into the new year, I'm assuming a lot of the AI fields were kind of preceded with that kind of winter crop, which I'm not running any geo, I'm just running standard seasons. So for me, I didn't have the option to replant and do a winter crop as well. I couldn't get a double crop in. So a lot of the fields that are not owned by me did. So a lot of them are now ready to harvest now, late summer, which is quite good. It gives me a bit more time. 81 I bought, field 5 up the top here I bought, and then more recently I bought down the bottom field 75, field 69, and I bought field 63. which have all got wheat in. Although that said, no, 5 hasn't. 5's got canola. Canola in. But the ones down here, 81, 75, 69, 63, have all got wheat in. They've all got wheat in for the simple reason that I need wheat for my contract for Tony for his bakery. And I think he wanted 300,000 litres, wasn't it? So I need to get 300,000 litres off the wheat fields, and those are the fields which are ready to harvest now, which is good news. The rest of my fields are in their last stages. Field 2, Field 56A, 54, 51 and 52 and part of 91. And Field 57 are all still growing. They've all been resprayed and they're ready to go. So, we need a harvester. I don't have one yet. The money has gone up a little bit. The money has gone up because, as you saw at the start of this episode, I got a great demand on soybean and I had 32,000 litres in storage. That made me 103,000, which is pretty good. And then obviously the cows overnight, the last 2 nights, have made me a bit of money, as have the beehives and the apple orchard, the orange orchard, over the way that direction. So the money has gone back up a little bit. I think I was on 998. I'm now on 1,192,000. I think that's everything caught up with. I think we're there. So we're finally on harvest. This is harvest year 2. I did a harvest year 1. I have got some wheat actually. I'm just thinking I've got some wheat in storage from year 1. I've got some barley too. What have I got? 94,000 litres of wheat already. So technically then I only need 206. And that could fulfill the contract. So, without further ado, up to the store. Let's get ourselves a combine harvester. Or 2. Haven't really decided yet. I could run 2, couldn't I? That would get the job done a lot quicker. So we're here. I could afford 2. I think I can afford 2. Let's have a look. To think about getting an auger wagon actually. So if I'm going to take the lorry over to the field, mind you, I've got. I don't know. Harvesters, I'm going big. Last year I leased, and I leased. Yeah, I didn't leased anything. What did I get last time? I think I had the Rossall mash. It was a new 161, wasn't it? I had last time. I leased for the harvest season. I'm going to get the New Holland CR 1090. I haven't had one of these for quite some time. Looking at capacities, the Fendt 9490 or 9490, I've been promised one of those on Oakfield, so I'll have one of those you'll see being used soon, so I don't really want to use that one. Most Ferguson 9380, that's 12,500 litres as well. And the case is 12,330. I'm definitely going to get a CR 1090. Let's buy that. Wanted one of those for the farm for some time. And the header that goes with it, we are doing wheat, so I can get a standard header. I'm going to go with the Superflex Draper 45 foot, which comes with its own undercarriage, so to speak. So by that, I'm going to get started with that. We'll see how we get on. We may well get a second harvester, especially when I get onto, if I've got corn to do and soybean, and I've got various crops at the same time need doing, and I'm going to need 2 harvesters with 2 different sorts of headers. So I think that's probably the way to go at the moment. Let's start with this beauty. I can't remember the last time I used one of these. I'm racking my brains. Might have been Law Folds, maybe. If I used one since that, can't think. It's a beast. With the smart tracks at the front. Really cool. Anyway, let's get it going, shall we? It's incredibly quiet. Now, all the wheat I do, I'm leaving straw swaths on because I need straw for bedding, total mixed ration, all that sort of thing. I also realise I've got a lot of fields that I'm going to be doing wheat in because of fulfilling that contract. which means I'll have a ton of straw spots. Now if I get to a point where I've got as much straw as I can handle, I can just cultivate in the straw that's on the field, that's not a problem, or I can collect it and sell it if I want to. Either one of those options would be available. I'm puzzled because I thought field 37, I can't remember what ones is it. Field 36 and 37 I went over and I thought I seeded them, but when I look in it, it says harvested, and I'm baffled as to why that would be the case. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but anyway, let's see if I can wind my way through the narrow streets here, or shall I go? I'm going to go straight on. I'm going to go down to field 81. Start on that one, work my way around them. I think it's probably the best bet. I can't believe we're in late summer. We've still got snow on the ground. How is that possible? Field 2 is almost at the final stage, not quite. And the field just over the ridge, field 5, has got canola. This is canola corner. That will be ready very soon too. I'm going to be incredibly curious to see what we make out of the harvest this year. You forget how big that header is. When it's hooked on the back, it becomes an incredibly long unit to move around. Probably do the police escort, to be fair. Now, I'll see you at the field, I think, for the best bet. Because I don't know if I've got the oomph to get past these two slow moving cars. Might have, let's see if I can get a straight enough run. And if a car comes the other way, I've had it, because I'm not going that fast. Maybe I can do it before the bend. They're probably both thinking, maniac, get him off the road. We made it. Safe and sound. Header off. Swing that round. Great thing is, once I've harvested this field, I can get out here and I can plough the gap between the two, where I put the extension on, so this field would then be massive for next season. I'm not sure, with everything that's been going on at the moment, on Sussex Farm, moving over to help out on there, once the harvest is done and I'm sorted and see how we are on this farm, I might, and it is a might, I might put a farm manager in charge of the Valley of the Old Farm and move over to Sussex on a more regular basis. But I want to get all the harvest done here. I want to make sure everything's fine. Let's turn that on. Unfolding it first, of course, would be a brilliant idea, wouldn't it? Beacons off. Let's see if I've got straw swath on. It normally comes standard with it on. There we go. So, first harvest of the new year on field 81. Yes. Let's see what we're going to get out of it and see if we can fulfill our contract for the bakery. I haven't set a worker on this, put cruise control on, not for the moment. I'm going to do down to the bottom. I'm going to do across the bottom to the left to give myself a kind of run off at that end. This bit over this side I'll come and tidy up in a little while, then the bit in the middle I can probably set a worker. I can go back to the farm, grab the truck, grab the trailer, and we can come over ready to start collecting. That's not bad actually. What are we on? Knocking on 5,000 litres, and we haven't even done a full strip yet. That's pretty good. Stop there. Put it back a little bit so I don't get a massive pile at one end. Right, what I will do, might stick a double strip in. Okay, looking good. The more eagle-eyed among you will have already noticed that I have a new piece of machinery. I got the Brent Avalanche 1596, is that what it's called? 118,000 to buy. It holds 53,000 litres. It was part of the Big Bud Pack DLC. I went for the tracked version as well. I think last time I used this was on Westbridge Hills, I think. And I had the green version of it, I think, was the last time I used that. What is good as well is I've just been back through all of my my paperwork, and Tony at Gibson's Bakery did originally say that he would pay for any machinery I needed for doing the harvesting, so I might get the money back on that, which is a bit of a result really. So 118,000 may well go back into the bank account. Now, this is going to go off into the lorry, which is at the side of the field. I thought I'd go with an auger wagon. I don't often use them. I didn't want to bring the lorry truck, whatever you want to call it, onto the field. So I thought, why not get a track version? I've got the case quad track with tracks, so I'll go with the tracked version of the Brent Avalanche as well. Good thing about this, it's got an adjustable pipe, L1 and then right stick, up and down or left and right. Anyway, yeah, does the up and down, and then the nozzle can be adjusted as well, in and out or up and down, again depending on how you want to view it. So you can get it just where you need it for whatever size trailer you're using. Obviously the higher you have it, the closer in to the, I mean, I call them auger wagons, chaser bins, there's all different names for them, but there you go, auger wagon. So give it a go, why not? Does mean the harvester can carry on. I can load up from the side there, go back when it's ready, or the lorry can go off and it can, you know, I can fill up whichever way around, doesn't really matter. But something a bit different which I don't normally do. So fill this up, we'll be good to go. Keep on keeping on, as it were. And I've realised that for Gibson's Bakery, they only wanted 200,000 litres. I'm going to get that no problem at all, so I think what I'll do is I'll speak to Tony and see if I can go with maybe 300,000 litres, or to be fair, whatever I get, I'm sure it'll take whatever I offer. So that will be the plan. I'll turn the beacons off. That will be the plan, I think. It's probably going to be the best bet. So this will continue for a little bit longer. I will keep harvesting. I might do a bit more off screen. I might do a kind of another, more of a time lapse than a cut sequence kind of video, maybe, I don't know. Once I hit that target of 200,000 litres, or maybe even 300,000 litres, we'll get back and we'll see how we're looking. Like I say, I've got 90 something litres, 94,000 litres already in storage. So to be fair, 94,000, I could actually go and fill up the lorry now with what's in storage, get rid of the first load of 70,000 litres, and then start chugging away, taking off that total. Or I could just down the field, wait till that's full, do 70,000 here, another 70,000 from the grain silo, and then that'll be 140,000 litres straight off the bat, already done, and see how we go from there. So that's what's going to happen. I like this. This is brilliant. I think I used this, its green version, on Westbridge Hills. I think might be when I used this. I will swing by this one more time just so I can leave the harvester running a little bit longer, unload it, and then I can let that carry on. I think with all the fields I've got with wheat straw swaths, I'm going to have so much straw. I'm not going to bale any more this year. I've still got bales left from last year. Got plenty in the silo, plenty for bedding. Plus I'm going to be doing straw on Oakfield Farm. I think I'm going to do bales for bedding on Oakfield, and I haven't even decided Sussex. I've kind of got some already from the field I took on. So I think bales were okay for a while. Right, I'll just unload this small amount, 10,000, and I will see you all in a little while when I've got a bit more, or when I'm up at the store. I have to speak to Tony to find out actually where I need to put it, where he wants it delivered to. Perfect. I don't know what it is with map makers and hills. I suppose I could do with the 950 Legend or something that wouldn't have too much trouble coming up here. First full load off of field 81. This is 70,000 litres. In the harvester there was about 17. So we've got 87,000 litres off of that field, which is a bit of a result. Where am I going to? Oh yeah, Agro Life. This is where I'm dropping the stuff off, selling it, So yeah, we should be right. Like I say, we should get reimbursed for the Brent Avalanche at some point too, which is rather awesome. So sell this first load off and go back to the farm to the silo. I'm going to fill up from there. That'll be another 70,000. Let's sell this. What always does this? I need to go, just bear with me 1 second. It needs to be on tip side right. Then it will open the whole back. I don't know why it does that. It always seems to reset itself to grain door. I've set off an alarm somewhere. I don't know what that was for. I assumed that was out the front of my house. That was almost perfect timing, wasn't it? Anyway, right, it's 13,000, 25,000, so we made about, mine's gone blank, 38, right, about 38,000, something like that. Will I have enough room to turn around? I might have to swing around here without knocking in these posts over. That's tight. What have I hit? That's better. Okay, so down to the farm, to the silo, collect another 70,000, come back up, we'll get rid of that. That'll be 140,000 litres. The Brent Avalanche has got about 30 or 40,000 litres in it at the moment, and the harvester is happily ploughing along the bottom, not ploughing, harvesting on field 75. And then when we've done that, I'll move it to 69, then we'll come up to 63 by the farm. When I've done 63 by the farm, I can then plough that out, get rid of the trees between, and that will be an extension of my grass area. That's the plan. So, down to the farm, another load, back up there to get rid of it. I want to try, if I can, to complete this contract for Tony in this episode. That's the plan. That's what I'm hoping. So, I'll see you back there in a minute. Helper D has a nearly full grain tank. So I'll have to get over there, get into the quad track and unload. Right. See you back somewhere, wherever I end up in a minute. Fields are all growing very nicely though. It's all looking good. The soybean over here is growing great. I hope the soybean in field 54 is growing okay. I am racing frantically back towards field 75. Second load has been sold. That's 140,000 litres. We have fulfilled of the contract. That 70,000 came from the silo at the farm, but it just came up with this sign in the corner saying the helper has a nearly full grain tank. The Brent Avalanche is also full with 53,000 litres. So I'm trying to get down there to empty the Avalanche, so the Avalanche can empty the harvester, and so on and so forth. It's all got a bit hectic all of a sudden, but I'm really pleased at how much I'm getting off these fields actually. So that's going to put me at almost there you go, full grain tank. That's going to put me at almost another 70,000 litres, which will put me at 280. So if I do supply 300,000 litres rather than 200, I'm going to be almost there. Which means off the rest of this field and off of field 69 I only realistically need 20,000 litres, which I'm easily going to get. So the Avalanche is waiting. That's going to fill up. Turn that off. Excellent. Jump in the quad track. Start that up. Once this is empty, back out into the field. Back forward a little bit. So 53,000 litres was in this, 14.5 in that, 53, 63, 67,500 litres. That leaves me 2,500 litres short and another full load on the lorry. Wow, okay. that'll be... I don't know what I'm talking about. I've done 2 loads, that's 140. With this one it'll be 210,000. Another load will be 280,000. Yeah, I've got a 90,000 more. What am I talking about? 20,000 more. I'm going mad. Oh yeah, 90,000 litres. That's quite a lot, actually. Just thinking of what I've got here. What's left on this, field 69 and then 63. Tell you what, I might be cutting it close, you know. Spin that round. Wow, I'm making a really good job of this so far. Trying to go into the field, that's the problem. Right, let's try it again. That's better. God dear, it's alright making a meal of it. Right. Well, now I've got my maths sorted out. I've done probably half of this. I'm just thinking 2, 3 rows, 2, 3, half of this. Still 16, yeah, should be right. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself. Working out in my head. This harvester is a beast. Makes very light work of these. I know, and obviously when you've got massive fields, having a couple of these running, or 3 of these running, or 2 of these in a, I don't know, a case or a fent or something, yeah, you're going to absolutely monster it. At the moment, I'm quite happy, plodding on. I want to leave the farm in good shape. If I do get to a point, the harvest done, the farm's made money, I've proved to Great Uncle Godfrey we've made a go of it, we're doing well, we're fulfilling contracts, and everything's dandy. And I can go and then do a bit of work on Sussex Farm, safe in the knowledge that the Valley of the Old Farm is in good hands. So there it is, right in front of us. That's the last 70,000 load. I've done 3. That's the 4th, which takes me to 280,000 litres, which means I need 20,000 litres to complete the contract to make it 300,000 litres. So what I did, while the harvester was working away, I went over to the farm and I picked up the agro liner. So now I have got 70 in there, 20 in there, which is the 90 I need. That takes me to 300,000 litres, contract complete. That'll be taken off up to Agro Life and sold. The Brent Avalanche has done absolutely brilliantly, that's been perfect. The harvester is still going, although it did just say that the worker has completed their task. I can't see they finished, but as you can see, we did 81, we've done 75 through there, 69 is pretty much done over here. There's a little bit left. I'm assuming it's got up by the trees and it's tripped out a little bit. It doesn't like the collisions that are on the trees. So yeah, there's a couple of strips left here. But to be fair, when I got this contract from Tony, had I not bought these extra fields, I bought 63 first, then drove over here on that episode when I was kind of, oh, I need more fields for wheat. I bought 75 through there and I bought 69 and thought it's way too much, I've gone way overboard. But to be fair, I've got like 1 strip left there, maybe 2, and field 63 is quite small. So I've only realistically just about done it. And to be fair, this one's 69 and that one there and 63. None of them were ploughed. None of them have been ploughed. I only got 2 fertilising states on them as well. So realistically, ploughed and 3 fertiliser states, I would have got way more. But I've done what I set out to do. I've got everything I needed. The 90,000 in here. As you can see in the top right hand corner, I have been reimbursed for the Brent Avalanche, the 118,000. is back into the account. I had 693 I was at, 118 for that, so we're back up to 811. Go and sell this, and that's it. Contract complete. I'm not sure this is going to be able to tug this up that hill towards AgroLife. It struggled enough with the 70,000 litre trailer. With another 20,000 litres on top, I don't know if that's going to be possible, but it's why these BSM trailers are brilliant, because you've got the trailer hitch on the back as well, and you can link up multiple trailers, providing you've got enough horsepower in the front unit, the tractor unit. You're going to be alright. So, I mean, there's 36 litres extra. It's 90,036. So, I'll chuck in that 36 litres for free. You can have that for nothing. He did say would pay me for this contract. To be fair, I've made the money on selling it at the store, which he will now collect. 118 back for the Brent Avalanche. So, I will have to negotiate a price. I don't want to take the mick and take too much, but we're doing alright. So that's most of the wheat harvest done, a little bit left to do on that, and then we're just waiting for everything else to grow, really. So we have come to the end of another episode 40. I think with seasons on, because there are a lot more jobs to be done to get to where you're going with each season. You suddenly find yourself way through a Let's Play. I don't know how many more there are going to be, and we're on 19 on Oakfield, and we're on we're going to be going to episode 4 on Sussex, so it's all going rather well. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.